tricks of the trade. And today we're going to be working on Troy. And I've got my friends on Facebook over there on my cell phone. And I am talking mainly about show grooming, English Springer Spaniels. But here's the trick. There's no difference between a show trim and a pet trim, except for what you do with the feathering and the top coat. So whenever I'm working around feet, the rear end, or the head of even a show Springer, this is what all the pet owners should be doing as far as grooming. And pet shops. I have a motto when I'm advertising this pet shop, and it's like, get your dog trimmed to look like the breed it's supposed to be. And so pet groomers could do this if they had that knowledge. And since I have never really been in a pet shop in my life, ever, of course I learned all my all-breed dog grooming from champions and professional handlers and sitting ringside and seeing the real thing. So now we're going to work on Troy. We've got good lighting. This is a good contrast. Black dogs are horrible to see in detail, so I'm hoping we can get a lot better luck with this. Okay. 9 blade on the head. Check your blades. You need a 7F, a 9 blade, and a wah to groom a Springer. That's it for a show Springer. So the first thing I am going to do is her whiskers. Here's the 9 blade, and I'm just going to go over the top. I'm not pushing. You push, you're going to end up leaving fur marks. I'm kind of going, and I'm going from the back because I want to catch those whiskers by their root. Of course, the shorter the better. Now, I tried to show this yesterday. I wasn't happy with what I did on Carson. Okay, now whenever you're using a clipper, you have to clip on a flat, smooth surface. This entire dog is round. The entire dog. So you have to create, well, that's not true. They have a level top skull, and they have, level cheeks, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so you have to create a flat, tight surface to trim on in a lot of places on all breeds. So how about these lips? So what I'm going to do, if you can see my finger in here, my magic finger. So I've got this pulled the whole way back. Now I'm going to take this 9 blade and I'm going to go in here and get all that yucky stuff out. I mean, it's really just collected spit. That's the only reason why it turns brown the way it does. And again, over here. See how I'm making that just a flat? Listen, these are clippers. They are going to cut the skin. They really will. All right? So, and the only way it's going to cut the skin is if you're grabbing loose skin or putting the skin in between these teeth. So if you only trim flat, tight surfaces, you will never cut any dog with a clipper. Right? You get in trouble when you start doing this kind of stuff. So sounds easy to me, but I know it's not necessarily easy to everyone. So, pearl neckline. And the trick here is take 3 fingers, find the breastbone, which should be in front of the dog if you have a decently bred Springer. Okay, 3 fingers. Take those 3 fingers and rest them on top of that bone. And then there's your pearl neckline. 9 blade. This is already the length it's supposed to be, so why would I clipper it? I wouldn't. But I'm going to start up here, because remember all my lessons, on like an airplane, off like an airplane. So I'm looking to groom here, but I'm starting with the clipper here and I'm not paying any attention to the clipper there. So on like an airplane, now I'm pushing and then off like an airplane. On like an airplane, off like an airplane. And what am I doing with these lips? I'm holding them tight to make what? A flat, tight surface to trim on. Same thing over here. Okay, now I grabbed that ear on purpose. That wasn't just to get it out of your way. Why? To make this a flat, tight surface to groom on. On like an airplane, off like an airplane. On like an airplane, off like an airplane. Now, she's got a little old lady booger there, so I'm just going to leave that covered with hair. There's no reason to show that off. On a show springer, I absolutely, positively do not want this carved out as a perfect U. And again, I wouldn't do it on a pet. So it's a sporting dog. Just leave it be. All right, so here we go. Now I'm going to get as close up to these ears as possible. Now, I showed everybody this the other day. Okay, now they all have it. And you know what? Because she's just a house pet. Do not do this at home. Do not do what I am doing. Ever, ever, ever. To a springer you own.